Hello, family. Thank you for coming over to the house tonight. And just kick off your shoes and relax your feet. Party on down to the SK beat. We're kicking. Just kicking. Just kicking. Okay, you don't come to another episode where we're going to be asking the question of, why you telling my business? Don't be telling my business. Why not? Because a can and a can, a can, and a wheel. Now we're off to... Hello, everyone. Hello. And I am so glad you are here today with me. And you know we're going to talk about something and everything. We're going to get into it. But I just wanted to say hello, and hopefully each and every one of you all are doing fantastic. Welcome back. That's the next thing I have to tell y'all. Welcome back, and welcome back to the channel. Nene had to come over here. No, sure did. But you were like, let me go see what they're talking about. I know she ain't talking about nothing but a piece of shit. But it's something. And I'm going to go on over there and get me my little kikis and my little ha-has. Okay? But don't forget, as you come into the house, or when you leave in the house, subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so. Come off that fence, come off that curb, come from in the bushes. Just come on into the house. And I say welcome to my YouTube family. Okay? But as we always have to say, like, share, and subscribe, and comment. You know I like the comments, even though y'all be coming for a sister, but it is what it is. That is my channel, okay? That's my original channel, and this is my second channel, all right? We need you all to go over there, do your thing, subscribe to the channel so we continue to grow, all right? But we know we have to use this fair disclaimer act. Everything we doing over here is alleged. Alleged. Get it into your mind. Everything you hearing over here at the house is alleged. Okay? Because we don't know nothing to be factual. Because we too sorry to go into, just to go into investigating the situation. Unless it's just one thing that just picking at me, just gnawing at me. And I have to go see it for myself. But then that would be an exclusive. Okay? So, we don't get too much into those, but we got to have a talk. We got to have a conversation. We got to get into it. Because this person that we're going to be talking about, child, I can't keep it undercover any longer. We got to talk about it. We got to have a conversation. And why don't we get right on into it? We're going to be talking about NeneLeakes and peterthomas. And again, Nene don't listen to the bloggers. Nene don't look at the reality of her situation. Nene, we've been told you not to mess with that married man. Now, this married man still got you hung up or in the process of going in, fighting your wife in court about what she allegedly stole from her, meaning her husband, who wasn't shit from the begin with. That ShabbyMan with them furry flip-flop slippers he be wearing. I'm like, girl, allegedly people see him as somewhat gay. And I'm like, because them furry slippers he like to call himself wearing, woo-wee. And we told you not to mess with Peter, especially not for no advice on him setting you up with somebody. Are you for real, Nene? You were the one called him a itch, a bitch, when Cynthia was married to him. I'm like, girl, did you forget that? Did you forget that, honey? I think that's when Cynthia threw y'all friendship contract in the trash. Okay, after she burnt it or whatever. And they call it. She burnt it in her kitchen sink. But anyway, aside from that, I just don't understand any. I'm like, I'm sure some of her good girlfriends told her to slow her roll. Don't go over there messing with Peter, because Peter going to have the last laugh. And it's going to be with you, Nene. And that's pretty much what Peter had. I'm like, God, dog it. You mean to tell me she's stuck with having to have to go to court, having to have to hear evidence against her, probably have to pay off the lady, and she ain't even with ShabbyMan no more. Do you see what I'm saying? The wife got a cool 100,000 maybe coming for her in her bank account. No thanks to Peter Thomas and ShabbyMan plotting against her. Now I ain't gonna say that Peter had some ill will and he knew what he was setting Nene up with, who he was setting Nene up with, was no darn good. And really, technically at the time they met, he was still married. And Nene had took him under her wing and just upgraded him and introduced him to all her Hollywood friends. And, you know, he was probably selling his goods to these people. And now they're not together. And the only person you got to try to blame in the game is Peter. I'm like, nah, Nene, you can't blame Peter because you had no business asking him to find you somebody that was definitely single and they had their stuff together. And you hooked up with ShabbyMan. I was like, now see, Nene, that was not a smart thing to do. Okay, you never go to a person you had beef with and ask them to help you with whatever. And you think they're really going to help you? You don't think they have a lot more animosity towards you because you had called him a woman and trying to get in women's business, and we deemed you the name of Patricia. But I'm like, Nene, what the hell is going on with you? But only you and God know, because on the outside you looking pretty stupid. Yep, you're looking pretty stupid out here again. Okay? And we feel for you. We do. We hope it get better. But you're going to have to do better yourself, Nene. You yourself said you jump into relationships real quick and you don't want to date nobody a long period of time, but you want them to be your husband. And I'm like, see, when you go out there with that attitude where you feel you cannot find someone to love you and be with you and marry you, that says a lot. You need to be by yourself. You need to enjoy a man's company or not. Okay? It may just not be something you want to do at this time because, you lost your deceased husband and he's no longer with us. So we would have rather for you to have soloed your way to every event that you took ShabbyMan to, because he's a player. He's a playboy. He loves looking at himself. He loves thinking about putting suits together on him. Mm-hmm. They are a joke, and they played you like a fiddle, Nene. And now you're going to have to lay in it all. So let's get into what Nene was saying about ShabbyMan and how ShabbyMan has some unhealed wounds from childhood. Let's hear what you got to say in her defense.
And I just think that people sometimes get the wrong information and get the wrong message because they're hearing it from one side. Like if that's your friend, then your friend is likely, not everybody, because I don't do that, but some people do. They're likely telling you their side of the story. They're not telling you the whole side of the story. And I will tell you an experience I had with a guy. Let's put it like that. So I was talking on the phone to this guy, and we were having a disagreement. We were going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And I heard him say, "Oh, be quiet, be quiet, be quiet. Put your phone on mute, put your phone on mute." And I thought he was talking to me. So I put my phone on mute. And then suddenly, it was a quick little pause, and then he came back and he was like,
yeah, you disrespected me. You disrespected me. You think you gonna always disrespect me? You just said this shit.
I said,
we got the house!
nobody said anything for a few minutes, and I thought, well, he must be talking to me. So I took my phone off of the mute, and I said, hello? And he said,
hello? You heard what I said. You disrespected me. You disrespected me.
And I said, excuse me? Who are you talking to? Long story short, he had added his friend onto the call. And he wanted his friend to hear us in an argument and for his friend to believe and think that I was disrespecting him. Now, what the friend don't know is the backstory to the things that he was saying, the things that he was doing prior to you adding your friend onto the phone call. You get what I'm saying? So, anyway, there's a lot of different men out here. And to go back to the Peter story, let me just say this. I don't want to be politically correct, so just know that. You need to mind your business, okay? Because you don't know the backstory, Peter. So you need to get your story right and get your facts right before you start engaging in someone else's relationship. That will be the best thing for you to do. Because obviously, if that's your friend is always going to tell you their side of the story, but they're not necessarily telling you the whole side of the story. And that is exactly what narcissists do. So that's that on that. That's that on that. How about that?
She told Peter off quick, fast, in a hurry. And yes, she is single right about now. But I'm like, Nene, you can't blame Peter for all of the mess that you got into with Naomi. Okay, we call him ShabbyMan over here. You cannot expect one person to hold the whole road for wherever you're traveling on. No, it's two sides to a story, and then there's the truth lying there somewhere in the middle. I think you used ShabbyMan, and you probably really did want a relationship with him, but you saw where he was coming from, and you didn't like where it was going, so you pulled out. I applaud you for that. However, you have to hold yourself accountable too. From I don't know if you dated the man while Greg was still here, lying in his bedridden, and you were, getting your little dating on. I don't know. So we just won't travel up that street. We're gonna say you waited respectfully a couple of months after Greg had passed, and you just wanted to see somebody, not necessarily date them, but to just talk with them, someone to go to the movies with, someone to just shoot the shits with over the telephone. That would be something we can say, okay, you're looking forward to, life again, because actually Greg had already knew what his chances were from being in this world. 9 times out of 10, you already grieved as much as you wanted to grieve, and you still may be grieving now. But we told you to leave that man alone. Now you want Peter to take accountability for the whole kit and caboodle when you know that's not fair. You could have did your research on ShabbyMan. You know plenty of people that could hook you up with someone that specializes in finding out about a person. Of course, it's gonna cause you a little cute corn, but you had it. You had it, and would have had more if you would have left ShabbyMan where he was. Because I'm pretty sure you paid for the Africa trip, you paid for the Las Vegas trip, you paid for, where else did you go? The London trip. Mm-hmm. So the thing is, what are you gonna do to change, Nene? You can't always feel that you can choose this man and then he needs to do what you say do. No, that's not where we're going with that. That's not healthy behavior and demeanor. And that's what we're wanting from you. I mean, you didn't want to put ShabbyMan on Front Street and in the social media realm. That's you're doing. I mean, I think I just said she did it, but in a sense, yeah, she brought him into her world. And he got out of her world what he needed to solidify himself with the clients he got off Nene. Mm-hmm. To tell you the truth, he should be paying for whatever Nene is going through with his ex-wife. He need to pay that fine, whatever it's supposed to be called. Let him pay for it, and then maybe Nene may see him in a different light. That maybe he do like Nene again. If he gets back in Nene's clutches, he may do something else that she's gonna regret. But my whole deal is if he can't talk to his wife and tell his wife to drop the charges and you're done with him, then I don't know what to say. Because I'm pretty sure we're going to see a picture in the future with you and him together. Because you just like that, Nene. You wishy-washy. You want to have a man on your arm. You want to be able to talk with a man. And this whole thing about going 10 years backwards. We know you're in your 50s, but Nene, in your 40s, you were just trying to settle down with N and everybody. Now, if you get one of these new breeds of humans walking around here cutting up, you get one of them, they're going to probably treat you the same way because you're seasoned now. And I know you get that thing because I get it all the time. But it don't pay me no, I don't pay it no mind, meaning I don't take a bad or negative attitude towards it. Like I've been called, yes, ma'am. I've been introduced to people open up the doors for me because they think I'm elderly. So getting old, or I should say seasoned, is a trick. Well, I wouldn't say it's a trick, but it gets you to think about your mortality more seriously. And what have you left on this earth as a staple mark that you did what you could to advocate for someone? Or if you're not in the field of human service or psychology field, what would you feel would be a great reward that you could leave behind after you pass into another way of existing? I mean, Nene thought she had what did I call him? It wasn't Father Time. I used to call him Father Time, y'all. I can't think I have so many names for so many people. But I don't think it was Father Time. It was something else I was calling him. I can't think of it now. It might have been Father Time. But no, you didn't catch one like Father Time. You caught a true playboy. And he don't plan on giving that up at any time soon. He showed that. He free from his wife that didn't believe in him or didn't. I don't know what the deal was with him and his wife. I guess grew apart would be a fair thing to say. But yeah, Nene gotta still go to court about her ex boyfriend. Mm-hmm. But like I said, if he cared anything about Nene, he would tell her to withdraw her plea to have Nene brought to court, and she embarrassed her with, you know, saying she took her husband away from her. And see, that's a sad way of looking at things, too, because it kind of make both women look stupid. I mean, really, do we have to? And to tell you the truth, it shouldn't fall on Nene or any participant that's a female. He should get it. He should get that case brought up on him, not Nene. If Nene had a lawyer on retainer, she would see that no, Nene don't need to be paying for nobody that she don't even see. So I don't know. I guess I will always have a soft spot for Nene because I kind of want to see her win. She got to learn how to close that mouth. She got to learn how to stop giving her real opinion on something. But I don't know if she'll ever work in Hollywood again or she'll be able to get a show because so many people know how Nene is, how she got introduced into the game, how she played the game, and then she wanted out of the game. So, I don't know. But I am so glad Nene recognized that she loves herself a little bit more by excusing ShabbyMan out her life. Because if he scammed his first wife, what do you think he's going to do the second time? And again, look who he's friends with. Enough said. Enough said. But yeah, Nene need to look closer into her life on why she feels she has to have a man on her arm. And there's plenty of women from all different okay. Is it okay, I can't pronounce it at this time, but different cultures. And she's learning. She's in a learning curve stage where she has to be selective. She really do. And like I said, her saying she wanted somebody 10 years younger. No, baby, you don't. In your 40s, you still acting the same thing, same way like you acting in your 50s. Okay? And you may be acting the same way in your 60s. And I don't think I'm talking about is growing maturely because Nene is not at that point yet where she can just let things ride instead of having a what do you call it? A pity party for herself. But that's all I got. I ain't got no more, and I'll see you guys on the next video. Bye bye.